Hello and welcome, esports fans, to the first week of the EGFC Power 5 Invitational. We'll be playing out 4 prelimination weeks where the Power 5 compete against each other to earn their seating at the EGFC Power 5 Invitational, which is a live event. We streamed on January 18th and 19th at the OS Studios in New York City, leading on up to the start of the EGFC Season 1s. These games will be played out in a best-of-5 format over this course of 4 non-consecutive weeks. We're going to be taking a couple breaks here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't want to miss any of this action, make sure to follow us over EGF on both of those. I'm FBI Tugboat. Joined with me today is Man Navik.
Hi, yeah, I am Navik, and today we're going to be starting off with matches between Georgetown University playing against the University of Illinois. We have Ole Miss playing against Florida State University, and finally closing the show, we have Washington State playing against LSU. I'm really looking forward to the games today, Tug. I'm excited to see what the Power 5 bring to the table as we get into these games, and I am, as always, very excited to be casting with you.
Yes, Power 5, and right back at you, man. I always love melting mics with you there, Navik. It's been a little while, man. I've been out and about and doing other stuff, but you and I have not gotten the pleasure of casting a game in probably, 2 weeks? Feels like forever.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks is a long time when you've not been casting, but we are jumping into this first game, so why don't you lead us off, Tug?
Absolutely. 50-50, as even as it gets. Now, I hope that's indicative of this next, rest of the match, right? That was as even as it gets right there. Nice even split. Only 10 seconds on. No real definitive advantage quite so far, but the pressure has been on Georgetown so far.
Yeah, looking good at the moment. A bit of a back and forth. We are seeing Skyscraper. Oh, putting some good pressure. Good center up there, Ghost. Oh, good center up there, Tug. And we're going to see the first goal coming out from Ghost.
Wow, yeah. Ghost coming back from the dead to nail that one in. That was Skyscraper. 7-9-1 up all day long. Getting right there, just barely tipping it. I believe that was over E-Wall there. Not proving his name, unfortunately.
Yeah,
we'll run through these players here at Georgetown U, made up of Zion, Kuko 2, hereby referred to as Kuko, and E-Wall 03, hereby referred to as E-Wall.
Oh. Good attempt. There's a lot of pressure being applied by Illinois at the moment on to Georgetown, and they really need to find that breakout, Tug.
Nice aerials here. I like the charge being drawn here as Zion. Georgetown very aggressive with it so far, but just like that, ball changing possession and going over here. What a nice bounce pass. Basically, not bounce pass, bounce shot, really. Ghost there, getting it over the top and just barely tipping it where it needs to.
Yeah, I really liked this shot from Ghost, right? He set himself up. I don't actually, it looked like it touched the backboard, but the way he redirected it made it a very difficult shot with that waterfall to actually save the goal. He will attempted it.
A pixel or two on his front right tire, I swear. And now I think we might be seeing a little pause action. These players, okay, just a little pause action. I'm sure that somebody just needs to get in here. Not a big deal at all. I like where these players have been playing so far. Been very aggressive. No clear definitive advantage by either team by any means. So we really don't have too much to go off of quite so far. But defensive players, E-Wall has been back there so far? 2 up now for... Wait. Yeah, University of Illinois is in the orange. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are getting back into the swing of it there. A bit of... I'm not entirely sure. Was there a disconnect? I couldn't actually see.
You gotta love Rocket League, right? I think you made the joke about how this... You can load it on up there and still hit these aerials and whatnot on next to no hardware. And so maybe that's just indicative of how quickly you can get back in one of these games, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things. Unfortunately, Rocket League not having a pause function.
Not having a pause function, yeah, right? You can play it on a toaster, but cannot pause it, tell it to your mom, and she's heard that one 1 million times before, right? You can't pause the online games.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that a classic meme where she tells you to pause, you're playing the multiplayer game, you can't pause it?
Yeah, 100%. But
there you go.
I believe we're coming back into it. I'm a little bit confused what's going on at the moment. It looks like there's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. It looks like they're playing. Yeah, okay, yeah. These are 2 teams playing competitively now. University of Illinois defense so far, now taking this one across. Skyscraper opting to play corners here as members of Georgetown trying to get set up.
Yeah, Ghost looking to try and get it past Zion and Ewell. Ewell getting a nice clear with Zion assisted by Target. They are trying to work as a team. The first demolition coming out on to Zion by Skyscraper.
We're getting violent with it already. 2 minutes to go here. Illinois up 2-0. Said it before, I'll say it again. Advantage of 1 is no advantage at all in Rocket League. Advantage of 2 might as well be the world, life.
Yeah, you're pretty cushiony. You're pretty cushiony at 2 goals, and when you're at 3, you're in a fantastic spot. Really nice setup play here. You see Jelly, the rotation coming up from Skyscraper. Jelly getting it off the backboard. Skyscraper to Ghost, and Ghost just gonna touch it into that bottom left corner. Nice and clean. Good teamwork. Good rotations. We love to see it.
Just doing what he does, man. Just doing what he does. Like you said, love to see it. 50-50. No clear advantage. Now, as I say that, excuse me, that's Georgetown with the pressure on. Going right back out after a long ball here. Trying to put it up as Zion, but that's going to be a little bit too high over the top. Trying for some fancy footwork as Wally, but not enough. Now continues it over in the middle. Zion here with a very nice challenge up against that one. Knocks it clean. Now nobody with real clear advantage or possession of this one. Georgetown moving along here, and I mean I say that because you had 3 players on, but a single hit like that will result in no contest. Coco up and out top, getting it down bottom, and that's Ghost rolling one on in there. Call it bowling.
Yeah, goal number 4 for Illinois at the moment. Jelly setting it up. We saw the triple commit for the ball, and that left nobody in the goal. Ghost being able to just knock it in. If there's nobody in the goal, why wouldn't you just roll it in? A bit of a miscommunication from Georgetown. It felt like they all tried to save it when they didn't need to. They could have let it go off that backboard. Is that just going to go straight in? It is.
Wow. Okay. So University of Illinois really coming out swinging here, Navik.
I mean, I feel like I say this every time we have an event and some of these teams have their debuts, right? But when you get a lead like this, 5 goals with a minute left onto the clock, you're coming out really, really strong because
practically insurmountable.
Goal differential is a thing that factors into this seeding, right? If we have a tied overall score, then goal differential matters. And
yes, so it makes sense for these teams to run up the points, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. They want to be trying to get as many goals as they can, especially when they've got such a huge lead.
Well, here, we'll talk about a little opinion action, right? What do you think, personally? Do you like the just straight stats, you just go off a win-loss record, other things, but do you, or do you prefer going off based on how much these teams won, or by how much these teams won by, excuse me?
I kind of like it when it's just a bit of everything, right? If you have a tied scoreline, so like series line, you go to win-loss ratio, and if that's tied as what, like individual round ratio, and if that's tied, you go to goals.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do the 1-versus-1 matchup too, right? And frequently, of course, that does come out to a stat line, 1-versus-1, but it's still interesting to go to. It's like, this one particular team that you either won or lost to.
Yeah. But now, 15 minutes left. I think it's safe to say that University of Illinois
15 minutes, man.
Oh, 15 seconds. Oh my goodness. As it's pretty.
Love to meme the Navik. I love it.
Yeah, you do.
The best part of Rocket League cast is getting in there and making fun of Navik, man.
Oh, dude, I feel the love.
I love you, buddy.
But that is going to be game number 1 going towards the University of Illinois with a pretty good 6-goal up lead.
Yeah, very definitive. University of Illinois up 1-0 in this best of 5. To make 2 more after this to take the series. Georgetown University looking to just warm up and then get this next round spinning a little bit different.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing that we have seen consistently over all of the invitationals and our high school league, right? Is the first weeks, some of the teams that we've seen perform extremely well in seasons before and things don't always show up 100% because it's nerves, it's maybe they haven't warmed up, maybe they aren't prepared, and now getting into game 2, we should hopefully see Georgetown turning up the heat a little bit.
Put up a little bit more of a fight. I'm with it. 6-0 is a pretty definitive stop. That's the only way you can call that one. Tip action and more coming out by University of Illinois as the pressure does start here. Georgetown University with some fancy footwork up in the air. Kind of knocking this around. Looks like they're trying to buy themselves a little bit of time, but Illinois players still over this one. Ghost continuing to be a player on this ball.
Yeah, I'm really liking what we're seeing from the University of Illinois so far, right? Just their general play style. Their passes are really solid. As Ooh, that's what I'm talking about, right? Their passes are really, really solid. It shows good fundamentals in teamwork. They're setting themselves up, and Jelly is going to find goal number 1 in game 2.
Not to be denied twice in a row here. That was I mean, you heard me howl on it, right? That was a very straight shot a second ago. You got the nice 6-shooter, sound effect coming on that one. I like the bounce action here. Ghost has been all over this one. That was Jelly that scored that one, though.
Yeah, really like the fake out. Oh, set it back up for himself. Oh my goodness, this man's on fire. Okay, so this was really, really smart, right? Jelly turned to get the boost, knew that they were just going to straight shot it, let Ghost chip it up, and Jelly just followed it up after getting the boost, finding that second goal. Super duper clean.
Yes. Apt analysis, Navik. I love it. Just these minor things that some people might not otherwise notice. A very, very accurate description. I love it. There's minor plays here in Rocket League that make or break goals up and down. That could very well be the deciding factor in this game. Now Georgetown trying to take this one out, but it seems like every time they have touched this one, get out and about, trying to push the offense, it's gotten blocked off there, and the challenge has been won by a member of the University of Illinois. Now this ball is going back up and down fourth, mostly in the middle. Now we're looking at a little bit of aggression. Doesn't look like anybody's really down bottom. That's Zion who went for this ball and got value from that all day long. Double stacked in the pocket back, and that's going to knock it back towards Illinois. Georgetown finding a chance here, trying to set it up. It's Zion over here in the front. Jelly right there in the middle just puts that big body right between that ball and the goal and finds value in that one all day long. Now the pressure off of the University of Illinois, on for Georgetown.
Good save by Zion. Kuko clearing it up into the air. Tie Scraper, though, was ready for it.
Man, oh man, nice aerial there, and that might make the distance. Ewell right there, but following it up is Tire Scraper, putting this one 3-0, 2:58 in the clock.
Yeah, that was really nice. And again, I just need to highlight, it didn't exactly happen in this play, but moments before, the pass plays we were seeing from the University of Illinois have been so clean that they are showing to be a very strong team. Yeah, no, there is a lot of coordination coming out, and you can see it. You can see from how they're passing, you can see from how they're setting up, that they are making call-outs and then following up with the shots.
It's one, then two, you got to make the call-outs, then follow up on them to have any value, really. This is a team that has really been doing that so far, again, after a 6-0 stat line the previous game, excuse me. A little destruction action coming out here. Coco being the victim of that one. Georgetown U now back to full force as all three members here. Pressure is on them, as it has been majority of this game, honestly, now I've got to say. University of Illinois really controlling this ball thoroughly.
Well, last game we only saw Georgetown have, I believe it was 2 shots on goal against the University of Illinois', I think it was like 8 or 9. Yeah, it was a significant number. And overall, Ghost looking for a good attempt. That was a good defense coming out from Zion there.
Spinning right there, left and right. But I got to say, it looks like Georgetown has really coordinated their defense a lot better. Corner shot coming out. I think Kuko did tap that one up and away from this corner, thus saving that one. But minute 45 left on the clock. We're seeing a Georgetown team that has to get it together and get it together right now.
Good save on Zion.
Goal will be the first step towards that endeavor.
Oh, the ball is going to be set up because a bit too far here. Ghost looking to recenter it for his team, and they find it. Tie Scraper
done
with goal number 4, Tug. And look, this is what I'm saying once again, right? Ghost recenters it, Tie Scraper follows it up, finds the goal, the double commit, and they just can't find the save.
Yeah, and so this is a University of Illinois team on another run here, if you call it such. Destruction action coming up from the very beginning. Zion not leaving this one to chance, trying to even these numbers, but University of Illinois back to full force. Little roller action. Not going to connect on that one as Goes trying to pass back to his teammate. It seems that this University of Illinois team that's a little more confident up in the air.
I liked what Kuko was going for there. Big, booming clear. Looking to try and just get it centered and try and get a long shot on goal. Great pass to Tie Scraper back to Ghost.
The University of Illinois is not afraid to pass back towards their own goal as long as it means maintaining possession and passing off to a teammate who is open and who is ready. Gotta love to see it.
Yeah, and we
This,
see that.
ball spinning time over on their side is only going to be to their advantage now with 40 seconds left. Another one up, 5-0 stat line.
Yeah, no, they are playing incredibly well. Georgetown definitely not on their hottest game. I'm trying to remember their score lines from... yeah, just their score lines overall from games we've seen them play before. And I don't believe they've ever lost this hard.
6-0, 5-0 is what it's looking like so far. Navik just reporting the news, my friend. Would be some pair of devastating losses on that one as this ball continues to go back up. Shots back and forth, and Ghost looking to make this, excuse me, a second 6-0 raucous.
Yeah, no, it's not looking great. Overall, I stand corrected on my prior statement, as Georgetown unfortunately hasn't won a single one of their series in their prior tournament either. So it's definitely...
But of course, this is the first week,
yeah,
new stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they did say at the start of this match, that, or just before this match, that they had been practicing a lot, and I 100% see improvements in their play. There is
we've already seen improvements in game 1 to game 2, right?
Yeah,
this is the same stat line, but this is
they've had
a much
more
less
ball
dominant
control
game than it was previously.
Yeah, they've definitely had a bit more ball presence. They've definitely been able to break out a little bit more, but the aggression overall from the University of Illinois is just... They are playing super duper well, that it's hard when you try and make a prediction or make a save and then they double pass back or pass it back to their goalkeeper at the time, who's ever in defending position, to immediately clear it. And we see that a lot in traditional soccer, or football, as we call it in England. And you do see them passing it back to their goalkeeper to clear it out, because it forces the opposition to try and get back into the defensive position as quickly as they can. Because if they don't, and somebody manages to get past because they're slightly faster in that case, then it's a lot easier to get a shot on goal. And we're seeing the University of Illinois almost mimicking that behavior.
Yeah, finding value in the pass back, even though that might be, directionally towards their own goal, something that would generally be, widespread rule of thumb not to do. But at these higher levels, definitely something that the University of Illinois has been taking advantage of.
Yeah, as long as the communication's there and you know that your teammate can clear the ball, then there's no fear of passing it back towards your own goal.
Yeah. They have complete confidence and trust in their teammates here. This is a University of Illinois team that has definitely been playing together for at least a solid amount of time. Bops up there. Nice job by Zion. Got the top of his car right against that ball. Not going to surrender that first point in this third game so far. Again, University of Illinois up 2-0 in the series. Pressure now on here to Georgetown yet again. These members just swarming ball, trying to get this out of here. Traffic escapes with this ball. Now back. Ghost continuing to do what they do. Come back towards their own goal and find value with it. Looks like they've gotten possession again, Navik.
Yeah, and this is it. This is where they start to thrive, right? Once they have possession, they manage to go off. Zion's doing a really good attempt at trying to clear this ball, stopping it from getting centered into their goal, right? Because at the moment, if you look, their defense is less center-focused and more just clearing it to the left or the right. They don't care if it goes towards the University of Illinois' goal. They just care that it's not in direct line of their own.
It seems like University of Illinois... so far in this first minute and a half, almost playing like they are already up. It seems like they're content to waste time, put these balls over on the side, and just make sure that nobody touches it. These have been longer shots that have been followed up with really, really long passes that aren't even defended. But pressure is continuing on against Georgetown as Jelly finds value yet again by sitting back in the perfect positioning. Up and down, but Zion again on the defense. Man is a blocker born.
And that's
my goodness!
Goal number one.
Yeah, the whip sound on there for a reason. Jelly in the perfect positioning up top and really whipping that one in. Watch this.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. You saw Tie Scraper and Jelly being really patient, right? They had their teammate up ahead. He whiffed the goal. It landed straight into Ty's hands. Ty re-centered it, and then Jelly followed it up, whilst Ghost rotated back defensively unless they cleared it. And these are the little bits and little decisions where patience is so important, because if you triple commit or double commit in those situations, you're not finding the goal and you're getting punished for it.
Apt analysis again. That's why I love casting with you, man. Demolition's coming out here for Georgetown. It seems like they've shown a penchant trying to get a couple of these. Oh, the corner shot down bottom. Jelly strikes again.
Yeah, really nice
oh man.
midfield goal here, straight off of the side. Just goes in. There was a attempt made to try and make that save, and I believe it's from Kuko, but he just went a little bit too high, a little bit too fast.
Yep, and just again, I mean, those minor, those just tiny little mistakes, right? They'll punish you in Rocket League all day long. Halfway through this game here, this is a Georgetown team with their back against the wall. There's their last opportunity, Navik. Pressure onto them again. This 2-0 scoreline is better what they've seen so far and not insurmountable by any means, way, shape, and form.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, 2-0 is a much better scoreline than we've seen. Well, a 3-0.
Oh,
we said it game 1, we said it game 2. Or no, we said it game 1. That a 2-0 scoreline is cushiony. A 3-0 scoreline, you were in a really good spot.
Might be making a will and testament at that point, because 3-0 is brutal, man. 2 minutes, 10 seconds is plenty of time to get it done, but this is a Georgetown team, just reporting the news, Navik, who has not scored a goal yet.
No, and you hate to see it happen, right? You really start hoping for just to see one. But you've got to think about the mental state that Georgetown's in at the moment as well. Not having a single goal so far, whilst Illinois have just kind of been outpassing them and outmaneuvering them most of these games. It's difficult to try and stay positive in that sense, right? Because Rocket League, more than any other game, is tilt-based. If you are mentally in a bad spot...
More than any other game. That's a bold statement here by Navik.
Every micro decision that you make in Rocket League, right?
Yo, you ever played Tetris 99?
I have played Tetris 99. I have over 70 wins in Tetris 99. But...
Oh, okay, excuse me. Didn't have to flex me like that.
But no, I do honestly believe that Rocket League is one of the most, if not the most, mental intensive games, because you can have your teammates pick you up in other games, and you can have that in Rocket League as well, but you're much fewer in a team, and bad decisions happen and communication breaks down.
It does. I think I'd agree with your statement there, Navik, and I think really what it is just the most minor of differences that end up mattering just so much, that end up literally deciding not just games, but entire series. Entire series.
Yeah.
We saw somebody barely nick a shot in there on the front right part of a single tire. Stuff like that matters all day long. This is a Georgetown team that is not technically over and done for them. They have the opportunity, but with all this ball time spent over here in front of their goal, they really have to mix this one up.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult for Georgetown to find 5 goals in 55 seconds. That's what, 11 seconds a goal. And now it's even less.
6-0. This is a University of Illinois team that is nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with Rocket League, right? I'm unsure how long Illinois has been playing together, but if you were to ask me, I'd say it's been more than 1 or 2 months, right? Their communication and their coordination is really, really strong.
I'm with it. 50 seconds to go here as we're looking at Georgetown team again back against the wall. Ball coming up, pop. University of Illinois content to keep this mostly up in front of there, but Georgetown now playing with nothing to lose. They're putting 3 men on ball every time. I'm with it. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, at this point, they're just trying to commit. They're just trying to find that one goal, slightly reduce that goal differential, maybe give themselves or another team a leg up if it ever came down to that.
I'm with it. Again, point differentials mattering here for the seeding effects, so Georgetown still wants to get any of these goals and will find value from it based on that individual seeding. Shots coming up, and now we have 5 seconds to go. This is getting taller and taller.
And this is an attempt from Georgetown. They have 2 seconds left, but all 3 of them are on it. And unfortunately, it does touch the ground. And our first series of the game, of the day, is going to end with a University of Illinois taking the win, Tug.
Man, oh man. 18 points scored by the University of Illinois. That's a total of 13 shots by them. 6 of them making it in. So about 50% accuracy on that one. Nicely done. Just reporting the news on their side. Georgetown with no shots. Plenty of saves, though.
Yeah, I mean, when you put in that position where you have no ball control, it's difficult to find those shots. But we will, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be cutting to a quick break before we get ready for our next match, which will be Ole Miss playing against Florida State University. We'll be right back with you momentarily.